My name's Nigel Hughes. I'm the Chief Executive of Greenlight Trust. We're an environmental education organisation set here in the wonderful landscape of Suffolk. We help communities create their own community wild spaces and woodlands. And we've got a lovely example here of 23 acres in Lawshall. We are a growing organisation, and because we now have 7 remote workers, what we needed was a very efficient system that our workers could work from home, they could work remotely, and they could also work here. And up to then, it was only that people could work on their own terminals, but not actually tap into the central server to get all the relevant information. So our admin staff had to keep sending them out stuff. But now, of course, with the remote workers and the remote users, is that we can tap into our central server and everybody can share the information. So it's much, much simpler. The other real benefit, of course, is the whole CO2 reduction. Because being remote workers, they had to do some travelling and they always had to come to the HQ in order to pick up information. So actually we've dropped our carbon footprint this year by 41% by actually having the remote users. So actually it feels like a much more unified organisation because of the faster and more efficient IT system. Miles Cooper of BusinessLink guided us through the process incredibly efficiently. He did a very good diagnostic session and really asked very good questions, really helping me be more specific about our absolute need. And once we'd written an application, we also sent him a draft application so that we weren't making any mistakes, and he pointed out a couple of nuances that we could improve. So it was a very good step-by-step hand-holding but not smothering process. So actually when I was phoned up by an evaluation system to ask about BusinessLink service, I was tediously giving them 11 out of 10 on every point, because I think the service they gave us particularly was really exemplary.
My name's Sunny Singh and I'm the Forest School Development Officer here at Greenlight Trust, and I work with schools, local authorities, play workers in developing outdoor education for children in our region. Well, I actually came into the charity about 9 months ago, where we were actually just going through a period of change, and the IT system actually freed up a number of key workers which were actually going to be freelance workers and people who actually work from home. So instead of being on your home PC and sitting there and saving things to the desktop and then putting it onto a disk, we were actually just accessing the system from home, which made our life a lot easier. And we knew if we had any problems, there was a point of contact through Ida and takeITon that we could actually contact as well, which gives you that kind of a bit of extra confidence, really, especially when you're dealing with new IT systems, because things can sometimes go wrong, and to know that there's lots of support there is really useful. But the overall result is fantastic. It's given us a lot more flexibility and freedom, which is what we really want. And it's actually enabled us to work in a more proactive way. As I said, we're not so tied to the office now. We can actually go out and do different projects and work out and about in the region rather than actually be physically based here.